I have just taken a shower, and it is Sunday, and I think it's September 22, 2023. If I say something wrong about the month in last chapter, I have hard with the time because of this spirit things, because they don't have a time in heaven, and I'm very close to heaven, so it be like that. And when I took a shower today, I got one fruit to eat. You that have not listened to all the chapters, you don't know what, when I say I have picked up a fruit. And I am going to tell you, because it's not a long story. It's short. I had a vision dream that I was standing outside on a stair and look out on a garden, and it was many trees there, and it was like red apples, but not as big as apple and not so small as cherries. It was between there. And I saw I had a basket on the side of me, and I heard a voice that was what I was thinking in that time. It was God that told me that this is your garden, and you can pick all the fruits in the garden. And I took up the basket and started to pick them, but it was full, the basket, and it was still very much fruits on the trees. And I heard the voice again saying, "Can pick all the fruits in the garden. It's your garden." This one was saying, and I didn't have any garden where I lived, so it was a vision dream. And I know it was this the fruit of knowledge that was forbidden for Adam and Eve to eat, but for me was it okay to do it. And so I took a bite of a fruit today that I didn't understood, but now I understand why God sent me as a woman. And that is because a man that is Muslim, he is talking to me and ask questions, and so he give me much to think about and to understand. And sometimes it's stupid questions, because he is far away from Europe. He's not in. He is in Muslim countries, so he think Muslim the whole time. So it can be some kind of stupid for us that is more educated and live in not a Muslim country. But it's good questions sometimes. And today he make me understand some of it, because this man that I met, he is Muslim, and I was thinking I should visit a place for Muslim to be in, and my city where I live, it's about 120,000 people. And we have maybe 10 places where Muslims is going, because Islam have many branches, like all religion have many branches. So we have very much Kurds. They come in the 70s, and the Muslim is saying that they are Muslims, but the Kurds are saying they aren't. But there is some part of Kurds that is Muslims. So some religions have some more. They have not only one, they have more mixed into them. And so they have built up, of course, much since 50 years in Sweden. And so it is like a conflict. So I'm wondering what it will be, because we are going to get a real mosque in our city, the first mosque. And I didn't know where it was they should build the mosque. So this morning I was checking out on the map over our city, and then I come to get answer on many questions I have, because the mosque is only 10 minutes from where I live. So I was thinking they were envying my garden, but most Muslims are not interested of garden. They are not interested of the nature. So because in their country they don't have so much nature, it's destroyed. So they are not interested in it. And I saw it in United States also. It's very little beautiful landscape. Some places are beautiful, and some is only trash around the corner. And so I checked the map, and it was only 10 minutes from my living area. So I understand now that it's not a garden. It is, and it is not my belief in itself, but it is about belief, because they want to have all the Muslims living close to the mosque. And I understand that, but they should not terror people that is not in their belief, that is not Muslim. They should not do the terror. And I have those boys that is between 14 and 17 years old that do bad things to me. And I know, since it's a reason why I lived with Muslims in their home when I was in United States, because I come to understand that the women was the powerful in their home, and they tell the men what to think about other people and action, and they can't do so much about growing up men, but those boys they give birth to, they telling them to do bad things, because they are against all people that they don't know if they are Muslim or not. If those that is Muslim, they don't touch them. But I think that be together in one mosque can make problems. But it is built. It's not ready to come in there. And today, now on Sunday, I am not in a church. So I will drive to the place where they built the mosque to see how far they have come into it. And they have like one small house where they can meet in, but they don't do anything on Sundays there. It's only meeting to educate because it's only a small house, and I have not seen it. And maybe is it because I have not paid attention to it. So today it's a beautiful, almost summer weather, so I will go there and I will take picture of it, and I'm going to do a live broadcast on Facebook, only like private to those people that is my friend on Facebook, because it can be dangerous to have it open to everyone to see it. I have to be careful in this. So only for my friends. And then I understand this about why I was sent to be a woman. So before my birth, it seems like it had not been any problems. It have been problems, but not so much as it is today. It's very much. And I know that it's in other countries also. But we have, in this month, we have had 9 shootings that have with gang members to do, and those criminal gangs are Muslims. We have, it's not Arabic, it's from Turkey also, and other countries coming in here. And the Kurds seems to start this generation that is born in Sweden. So it sounds like they are Swedish, but they are raised of parents that come from other countries, and Muslims or Kurds. So there is many groups, and they are fighting against each other and kill, and that is something I have talked about. What will happen in the end times. And we are in the end times, because what I was telling you for 2-3 years ago, when I started this podcast, it was in the beginning, I think. I talk about what the end time will be. But I was talking as a Christian in that way, like in the Bible. But it was, I was saying that the devil will be so bored to not have any really to fight with. He is like a child, and a small child, they shall be very bored sometimes, and they can play for a long time with something, but then they go bored, and they need to be feed with new things to do, and the parents have to tell them what they can do. And that's how the devil is, the same thing. He go bored that he in one time, and the time is now, that he feel like he have success, he have win, and he go bored because he win over those Christian and Jewish, those that is in Abrahamic religion, and they want to be in the top. And the devil have done this with Islam very much, and it's not people's fault. It's that they have been tricked like all Arabic, Abrahamic religions, that he is going to fight with them, and he feel like he have winning, because it's burning houses every night. It's burning. Before this year was it mostly that they burn up cars, but now they burning houses and shooting into home and make a mess everywhere. And so the devil think he have win, and in that way he don't stop fighting. Then he go and fight with his own people, not in his religious group, but those people that is in the branches, because it will only be one in the top, and that's in most other religions, the branches in our Abrahamic religions, that is, Christians belong to that also, and there is many branches that is fighting against each other. And we are in the last days, because they go for the same religion, but they are in different branches, and they kill them. So that's what happened, and it will be that asking who is on the left side of God. As a Christian, people say it's Jesus that sits on the right side, but who is it on the left? And that is that the devil will find out that he can't win. So he was with God one time, but he wanted to be God. So God be angry at the devil, the angel he had on the side. So he cast down the angel Lucifer to this planet. But now is the time that Lucifer find out that this was wrong for me to do, that God is God and it's not me. So he will ask for forgiveness to God by fighting against his offspring. So he will go and kill those that is doing evil here on earth. It's not those, some is it, but it's most is it those that is not good. Evil people that fight with evil. And it's gonna be zero here on this planet. And that I have told when I started this podcast, but I have told it some many years before, because God told me one morning when I was sitting and on my bed and was taking on me my clothes. Suddenly God come and talk to me when I sit there. I was awake. I took on my clothes when God come and talk to me about this. That the end time will be that the evil will fight with the evil, because there will always be in war, will it always be one up in the top. And so far have no one sitting on the top here on earth. And that's how we clean up this planet. And he will return to God and sit on the left side of God because he have done this fight and clean up the earth. It maybe isn't 1,000 years he have rule here on this planet, Lucifer. It's not say exactly, because as I say that from the beginning here in this episode, that heaven have no time, and there is no time in hell or also. So this 1,000 year, it's saying that only describe a long time. It is not about years, it is about long time. So we are in the end of days now, and I know now where I should go, that I should go in closer to the mosque, the Islam, and talk to these women that raise up those criminal sons, that, and sometimes is it daughters also, that they give birth to sons that they kill in that way. They kill them, and or they make them be killers. And it is what I have talked about in the beginning, in the first of the Bible. It's saying it was darkness, it was evil here on this planet, and it was dark into the deep. It was very much into everything. And it was about to kill or be killed. And God, his spirit, was flying over this planet, and saw the darkness, the evil. And he let the light coming down on this planet. And we are going, and I have talk to you about that in many chapters, because I'm worried. Where are we going? Are we going back to the first sentence in the Bible, where the planet is dark and a void, because no one wants to touch it, that was living in that time, and they still are living in this time. And they didn't want to touch this planet because it was evil. And I have wondering, where are we going? And it's very sad to see that I don't get any response from people. I am not accepted. My neighbor upstairs, he listened to this podcast, I think. He go in my computer system or something, because we have the same network. And he said, "You are a prophet." "Yes, I am a prophet," I say to him. So he know that. And but it's so few that understand what I'm talking about. And I have still no one have coming to my door and say, "I believe in you, and I want to follow you, and I want to work for you to make this planet be a better planet." No one have coming up. And the closest I have got is this man that I met in a cricket field, because he said to me, "Why are people so evil?" He said to me that. So he's talking about change on this planet. But I understand that something hold him back to come to talk to me again. Someone want to separate us, so we are not going to be together. But if I go into the mosque, I have written to this imam in those Islamic men that is here in my city, and ask them to teach me about Islam. But I have not heard from them. But it is only 5-6 days since I wrote them, and I was writing to them about this with the hospital also. That I told them that the doctors in the hospital, they don't believe me when I am saying that I work for God, and I have told them that I can't come to the appointment time because I'm traveling abroad like that. And I have told them that, and some have asked what work I do abroad. And I said, I don't want to lie, so I tell them I work for God, and God have told me to travel, visit those countries, those people, and they write like I'm mentally sick. So that's I have written to one. I didn't know that the Muslims have their own interest in the hospital, but I have seen it that I don't get help because because I am not Muslim, and so I don't get the right medicine. I don't get the right help, and because they don't understand that I am a prophet from God. And I told you that I'm a female prophet because Muhammad, the prophet Muhammad, say that he was the last prophet. So there is no more prophet since year 600. And I say it's, yeah, he maybe have right, but I am a female. I'm a woman, female prophet. He maybe say there will be no man prophet, but not telling about women, of course, because they don't talk so much about women, those men. So he can be, he maybe not, he maybe didn't lie. And I have told you about that someone that I don't know, and I don't know who it was. But this one told me that I have been a higher priest in year 600. So it seems like it is in that time when Muhammad lived and died that I was a higher priest. And then maybe not more. I have been earlier a higher priest. And so as a female, a woman, it can still be a prophet. So this is what I'm going to do today. I was thinking I should talk to you about it in my podcast, and then I should showing the building areas for the mosque for this man that was talking about, that the man that is Muslim that is talking to me and ask questions to me. I will show him where it is. It's not far away, because I'm going to start my live broadcasting when I leaving my living area. I'm not going to stay where I live, where the house where I live, but I'm going to be when I have going out from the living area. I'm going to start my live broadcasting, because it's not far away to drive from my home. So I hope I get all the new knowledge, have talk about it. So I still pick those fruit in the garden, and there is it was very much fruits hanging. So it will be more when I go in closer to the Muslims believe. And I tell you that I am not in religions. So, and I'm strong. I'm strong. I will not be Muslim. I will be free from everything. I am in the Mormon church because of my ancestors that they wanted me to do my family tree. It was not about religion in that way. It's about where I'm coming from. They wanted me to know, and I needed to go into that Mormon church because it's so expensive to pay for to do the research, and it's open, all the books, everything about my family tree when I am member of that church. But I am not in any religions. I read yesterday that the Mormons doesn't believe that God and Jesus is the same. And I'd be happy to see it, but they have coming closer to be that Jesus is God, because they flirting with people and want people to join the church. So they accept homosexual people also, and all kind. They have opened up their church to the whole society, whatever it is. Dirt is coming in, but it's what it is in the last days. And so I understand. I know that Jesus have lived, because I have him in my family tree, the whole line down to him. But he is not God. He is in the afterlife, and he have showing up for me. Sometimes can I see him, and sometimes only hear him. It depends if he want to show me something. Then I see pictures, or else I only hear his voice. And so he is in afterlife, of course. And God is something, you can't limit God, you can't put in God in an area. So God is both in afterlife and before life. He is everywhere. He's from the start till the end. It's not Jesus, it's God. And I have learned, I have picked one of the best fruit when I understood that who created God. And that was the energy that I met when I was in the hypnosis 2018. I come to an energy up in heaven. I was up to heaven in hypnosis, and I met this woman. She had a female form, but she was not a body, she was an energy, a turquoise energy, turquoise and white, and maybe a little lilac in her. And she talked to me, and I know she is behind everything. It's a woman that is behind everything. But she needed to have God to overview, look after us here on earth, maybe the whole universe, and check it out. The energy is an energy and not talking in that way. Of course she can telepathy, but not talking. And it's more creation that energy does, and not need to talk. And that's why God is to could talk to us. So that's what I wanted to tell you. So now you know that chapter that maybe have going away. All the chapters are kept in the archive, but you can't see them. So one day I maybe place them somewhere. I think YouTube maybe have most of them, the chapter, to listen at from the beginning. But now you know where I'm coming from a little. I got the garden from God. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.